I call it black on black crime in need of justice before it's too late. Not the street level violence you see on the news, but the everyday tension, indifferences, and hostility that black men carry toward each other. Because nowadays, the mindset in the streets, and honestly, even outside the streets, is that everybody can get it. No boundaries, no brotherhood, no code, no respect. Just a constant undercurrent of competition, suspicion, and quiet aggression. And when you stack that on top of the pressures we already face, work, family, finances, identity, survival, it becomes a weight that's almost impossible to carry. We're walking around with our shoulders tight, our guard up, our eyes scanning, and mean mugging. Not because of outsiders or other races, but because of each other. And that's the part nobody wants to talk about, the emotional and psychological crime we commit against one another long before anything physical ever happens. The looks, the attitudes, the jealousy, the envy, the sabotage, the lack of support, the lack of unity, the lack of brotherhood, it's killing us from the inside out. If you pay attention like I do as a social critic, you'll notice something real quick. Almost all other races of men stick together. They support each other's businesses, they collaborate, they share resources, they build networks, they uplift each other's families, they move like a unit. But in the black community, too often we come in last when it comes to sticking together. This isn't just about the streets, this is in families, friendships, neighborhoods, workplaces, or just plain old associations. You'll see groups of men from other backgrounds working together like a well oiled machine, while we're over here side eyeing each other, pocket watching, competing over crumbs, and treating each other like threats instead of allies. And the crazy part, we know it, we see it, we feel it, but we don't address it. We don't even talk about it. We don't challenge it. We just keep living in it like it's normal. But it's not normal. It's not healthy. And it's not sustainable. But back to pocket watching. Some of us can't stand to see another black man shine. We see a brother coming up, making moves, leveling up, and instead of being inspired, we get jealous. Instead of asking how he did it, we get envious. Instead of supporting him, we start plotting on how to tear him down. We start whispering and assuming. We start creating narratives in our head about how he must have gotten what he has. We treat his success like a personal attack. That's not masculinity. That's insecurity and emotional instability. That's a man who hasn't built anything within himself, so he resents anyone who has. And the sad part, this mindset is so common that we don't even question it anymore. We act like it's normal to hate on each other. We act like it's normal to compete with each other and resent each other. But it's not normal. It's a sickness, and it's spreading. And the cooperation piece, you would be hard pressed to find a group of brothers willing to come together and work as a team. Too many of us sabotage each other and talk behind each other's backs. We smile in each other's faces while secretly hoping the next man fails. We pretend to support each other publicly while undermining each other privately. That's not strength. That's not leadership. That's not manhood. That's effeminate behavior disguised as masculinity. And the wild part, some of these behaviors are so petty, so childish, so rooted in insecurity that they don't even make sense. A grown man gossiping about another man? A grown man trying to block another man's opportunities? Trying to ruin another man's reputation? That's not testosterone. That's estrogen level behavior. Emotional, reactive, petty, and unstable. But instead of admitting that, we explain it away. We justify and normalize it And real talk, we keep repeating it. But let's touch on the mean mugging. Some of us walk around with this silent hostility toward each other for no reason. You're out in public, minding your business, and another brother is staring at you like you owe him money, like you disrespected him, like you're competition or some kind of threat. And you don't even know him. You've never spoken to him. You've never crossed paths. But he's looking at you with disdain. Why? What sense does that make? What the heck are we doing? Why are we treating each other like enemies? Why are we walking around with this I wish you would type energy toward men who look just like us? This is why some black men would rather deal with other races, not because they hate their own people, but because they're tired of the tension. They're tired of the hostility and unnecessary aggression, feeling like they have to defend themselves against their own brothers, which is crazy. Some of us believe this disconnect is a byproduct of the Willie Lynch theory, the part about putting black men against each other to keep us divided. Now, I can't confirm whether that letter was actually written by a man named Willie Lynch or whether it was created later to shine a light on what was already happening. But I'll tell you this, in my opinion, the strategy is working because we are divided. We are suspicious of each other. We are competitive and hostile toward each other. We are jealous and envious of each other. We are disconnected. And the worst part, we don't even question or challenge it. We don't even try to fix it. We just keep living in it like it's normal. But it's not normal. It's a psychological trap. And too many of us are falling for it. Now, let me be fair. Some of us do work together and support one another. Some of us do collaborate, uplift, and build. But let's be honest, that's the exception, not the rule. And the exceptions are usually men who have done the internal work, men who have healed and have grown, the ones that have matured and developed emotional intelligence, men who have built something within themselves so they don't feel threatened by another man's success. But the majority, they're still stuck in survival and competition mode. It's like they're stuck in insecurity mode. And until we address that, nothing changes. It's bad enough that we as black men harm each other physically at alarming rates. But the emotional and psychological harm we inflict on each other is just as damaging. The disrespect, the distrust, the jealousy, the envy, the sabotage, the hostility, the lack of support, the lack of unity, the lack of brotherhood. These are emotional crimes and can be spiritual crimes. These crimes are cultural and they're happening every day. We terrorize our own communities with negativity, competition, and ego. We tear each other down instead of building each other up. We treat each other like enemies instead of allies. And the saddest part, we don't even realize we're doing it. And as far as the streets are concerned, there used to be a code, an old school way of moving, a way where men left women, kids, elders, and men who were trying to do the right thing alone, a way where men had boundaries and respect. They had discipline and honor among them. But today, that code is gone. The mindset now is that everybody can get it. No boundaries, no respect, no brotherhood, no code. Just chaos, ego, impulse, and emotional instability disguised as toughness. And that's why all communities feel unsafe, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, and culturally, because the code that once held us together has been replaced by a mindset that tears us apart.